Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video. Clearing more uncleared 2019 levels. I swear the Beast posted a video just the other day that said we only had 8,500 left, which is insane. This first one is some of the best cheese I've had in a long time. I'm from Wisconsin originally, so I know my cheese, and this is quite some cheese, and I will play it out pretty much exactly as I recorded it. I can't touch the ground, and I'm underwater right now, so at least it's not one of those don't leave the ground levels where you are stuck to the ground and there's some water, but honestly it ends up not mattering much, but we'll see. So yeah, you get to the flag and it's in an on-off state, and I immediately lose the clear condition as soon as I go over there because I was too close. And I carried a spring with me. You're supposed to wall jump, you're supposed to spin jump off of walls and ride this thwomp, and I start over again. I die, I start over again. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, if I turn that switch back on or off or whatever, turn it back to the red before I go to the right, I win. Now he has a wall there, but guess what? Shells travel in a weird trajectory when you throw them underwater, so I was able to hit that switch past the wall that they set up to block me. So it's free sailing to the flag at this point. Yeah, they overlooked that, and apparently everyone else did for the last 4 years as well. So yeah, three lives, I guess, because I did have the middle life where I kind of figured that out by looking at it. But the funniest thing is, yeah, I left him a mean message. That's bullying for sure. I'm definitely gonna get banned for that. Funniest thing though is I looked to see what his upload time was to see how much level I actually skipped. 37 seconds is my record. Check this out. That level was 4 minutes and 43 seconds long. I cut over 4 minutes off of that level. So yeah, I felt good about that one. The second level I played was like an extraordinarily difficult Kaizo Skytree level, and I couldn't get very far in it, so I did end up skipping that. I'll look forward to the Beast video on that one. This second level that I'm actually showing you, 3D World Jungle level, is I do end up booing this one. It's not the worst thing, and I honestly, like rewatching and editing the video, I'm not 100% sure why I boot it. There are a couple of setups that bothered me, I guess. It's not a good level either, so I don't feel too guilty about it. But yeah, it's I didn't like it apparently, and so you can get into the pipe. I think it's probably this stuff. I don't know. It's very blind, and you have very little time to react, so you have to do it over again. Not the worst thing in the world. So you want to wall jump off the first thwomp and get on top of him right after that spike, and then wall jump off the second thwomp. You have very little room to do that, but honestly, as far as the gameplay goes, it's not that bad. Maybe the first room started bothering me because I had to do it over and over again, and it's kind of annoying here. Bunch of skip squeaks. The pipe actually stopped dispensing them. I went a little too fast and ran into one of them. If you're playing endless and you want one-ups, it's a good place to get them. Thinking about YOLO, but I'm pretty sure what they want me to do is go in the pipe, so I'll just do that. Checkpoint, which is nice. There's this thing pretty unfair. That Piranha Creeper comes right out behind the score and timer, and I didn't see that even a little bit. But yeah, the purple creepers, they go back and forth. The blue ones go to a certain spot and they just stay there. So it's not that hard to avoid if you know what's coming. Of course, if you don't know what's coming, you're probably going to lose a life. We got a bit of a star run here, and I completely flub it. I go too slow, I get stuck in crevices, and I run out of star power before I get far enough. We'll wait till the very last moment to get the star on this life. The timer isn't actually too strict. I just really messed up the first time. I was running out though by the time I got to it. Very surprised I didn't die here. There's a couple of warp boxes. I want to avoid them, but I don't. They're very hard to avoid. Yeah, very surprised that I survived this section. But he gives you an out, I guess, so it's not a death door at least. So yeah, that's that level. Like, it's not that bad. I probably would retract the boo, but it's not definitely not a like either, obviously. We'll go on to the third level. Oh, this is the only level I actually gave a heart to this week. You won't see me do that though because I suspected that it had a dev exit, and I exited and I looked at the Wizilus program, and I was not correct. You can actually cheese it, but the cheese actually takes longer than the intended route, so it's not worth it. This is a bit of a puzzle level, which is it's kind of fun. And honestly, I did cheese this a bit. There's some good opportunities for cheese, but it's not poorly designed. It's fairly fun. Yeah, so you get over the pit of Goombas, and then you get P-switch. And you can hit that P-switch and the shell goes over, gets 5 red coins, gives you a key. I actually think I didn't look that carefully, but I think there's multiple keys. And I don't think you need more than 1 or 2 of them. So he gives you a few opportunities to mess up, I think. Yeah, this is, I like this level quite a bit because it's puzzly, but it's not puzzly in a obnoxious way. It's just right here I'm sitting waiting for the shell to come back. I guess it went down a pit or something. I don't even know. I do get the shelmet in the future. I actually do not want that shelmet. It's not necessary. This part you kind of need to figure out what's in these blocks and stuff. So like, yeah, somebody playing this level in Endless might find it annoying because you have to fail a couple of times to realize what happened. But right here, I'm like, well, maybe I can do a P-switch jump and cheese it, and you absolutely can if you can actually hit it, and I do in the future at least once. So we want to hit all these blocks right here. Oh, and here's the first time I realized that there's a spiky shelmet because I hit the POW before. I didn't even see it. And then I accidentally shoot it with fire. And I know I fail, so we're going to try the P-switch jump again. And then here, I'm just checking out to see if there's anything in these note blocks. I assume there was, and they're Yoshi's, which what he wants you to do is to jump off a Yoshi. And I actually hit the P-switch there, but I didn't get the jump. See, I had the shelmet. I had the beetle shelmet there, and I realized that I don't want it, so I was getting hit by that Buzzy to lose it. So yeah, you have to hit all these things, and then I totally didn't hit the on-off when I was supposed to. So we're gonna try the P-switch jump again. I fail. And you can see that it's right there too, so you can absolutely do that. And here is where I completely mess up. I miss these, and I'm like, well, I guess it's time for P-switch jumping again. And here I actually do make it. And here's the next part. You're busting up some walls. This was a little confusing. I think the way they want you to do it, I don't think they want you to have the shellmet at this point. But if you and I have the shellmet, so I actually just damage boost through there. That's also you know, I kind of consider when I'm deciding whether to like or boo something or not, or just leave it alone. I'm like, is it well designed? And I think this level is designed well enough, but there's definitely some oversights. But they're not like, oh, here I mess up that shell, so I go up there myself to hit the POW, but then of course I'm soft locked up here. I'm like, god damn it. No checkpoint though, so it's not a big deal. Soft locked. I died. I made the mistake, so I have to own it. Here's the first time I actually do this kind of correctly, and I still forget to hit the thing, but apparently if it hits the side of that and it pops up, it jumps up, and I get a Yoshi, shockingly. And I take the P-switch with me. I don't need it. I did figure the best thing that I could do is if I did it correctly, I might be able to get 2 Yoshis. I'm not sure if I could actually accomplish that, but if I could get 2 Yoshis, there's parts in the future that are really easy. Again, I messed this up, and I'm trying to bop it right in there, but I keep messing it up, and I'm like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to, here I have the shell over here. I can't even do anything about it there. It's stuck there forever. I dropped that. Hopefully it would bounce the Buzzy up, but there's no way that works. And then the, I just jump right on top of the thwomp. I don't have any, and here's the, I think the first time I got, no, I did see the Bowser before, didn't I? I'm gonna steal one of these, like, I can just go down there and get the key. He doesn't block me off from doing that. That's a pretty big oversight. So I'm gonna just take a POW from the other room in here and kill Bowser instantly, and I get totally effed. I get totally effed. The next time I do that, I'm just letting go of the button and throwing POW right away. He's not even gonna be able to react. So now I think I have 2, no, it's 1 key, I don't know. I'm gonna get a shellmet. I'm gonna get a backup shellmet, which ends up screwing me actually, because he gives me another shellmet in the next room. So I'm just gonna have to wipe out these shellmets. There is a fire flower right behind there, so I'll get that. And then here's the kind of the final section, is a damage boost section. The reason I was talking about getting 2 Yoshis is if you actually have 2 Yoshis, this part is easy because Yoshi can walk on spikes. But this part isn't that hard anyway. You do have to make sure. I missed that power up. Thankfully, I'm still able to get past it. There's a couple of them in like divots in the floor that you really have to. Yeah, you have to keep getting these power ups. You don't want to fail at that. But that's it. That's the level. Like I said, pretty good. I looked in the program afterwards to make sure. See that little exit. I thought maybe you could go over the top, and I'm like, oh, I should check that out. And I couldn't, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I give it a heart. So I did go back and give it a heart. I thought, like, I was thinking about it there. I wanted to look first, though. Yeah, it was a decent level. I think I played another of that guy's levels afterwards that I didn't record. That was a troll level, and it was just lame. But it was a first clear from 2019, so. Next level, what are we on, 4? I think I have 5 levels this week. This one's pretty decent. This is a cape level. I don't quite give it a heart. I come close, but there's some hidden block shenanigans. Not like anything major, but stuff that kind of bugs me a little bit. By the way, I also just finished watching the Beast Weekly video, and he also said that, there are... It's long been known that there are no Super Mario Bros. 1 level left. Those are all cleared. He said almost all the Super Mario Bros. 3 levels are cleared. I actually tried one last week, Super Mario Bros. 3 level. It was very obnoxious, don't leave the ground level. And I actually had planned to clear it for this video, but it was already cleared by the time I got back to it, which I was kind of thankful for because I really didn't want to play it. It was very painful. Yeah, so he has pretty good indication around here. But you have to react to this quick, and here he has like a weird anti-soft lock type thing. Yeah, there's a couple of trolly moments in this level. I don't really care about this. I could restart it. I kind of was hoping that I could get out of here, but no, that's not possible. We'll just avoid that from now on. Yeah, so he has a couple of those areas. Yeah, this kind of stuff where like, and then you have to take damage here, which is fine, but it's like, yeah, right here, he's got just Kaizo blocks for no reason. And I can't get back up there without the cape anyway, so I'm screwed. We want to hit all of those blocks. And we do need to lose it. We can't get through here with the cape. A couple of places he actually allows you to try again, which is nice. Yeah, some of these setups are confusing, but they're pretty good. They're pretty well done. Like right here, I was pretty clear on what to do. You do a big ground slam against the side, so you're safe. Don't know what's down that pit. Thankfully, I never found out. I fail, or I get a chance to look and see what's coming up, so it's not too bad. But if I fail, I can fix myself and start over again, and it's not too punishing. Yeah, there's those Kaizo blocks, it's fine. They're not that hard to avoid or not that distracting, but it's like, it's confusing, and it could mess me up, and I don't really like that kind of stuff. Checkpoint. I don't even know. You know what? I don't even know if I skipped a bunch of shit there. He lets you come up here. Actually, what I thought this was is I thought this was another anti-soft lock type thing, where I would have to get through this section and then I was dead. So I was a little pissed off because I just got the checkpoint. So I was like, shit, I gotta kill myself because, you know, and there's nowhere else to kill yourself right here either. So yeah, we're gonna want to get up to the top section and do a ground slam so I can kill some of those munchers. They do give me some POWs. I don't know how many there are or how many I'm gonna need, so I at least get that done. The ground slam has the power of a POW, so I grab another POW for the road, but my assumption is I'm dead here anyway. And I'm glad I grabbed that POW. It was very useful. And I lost the second checkpoint. I guess I went the right way. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on, man. Here's the end. Something blocking. Oh, it's just ground blocking the right side, I think. We're looking at this, we're like, that door looks like it's gonna send me back, which I definitely don't want to get sent back, so we got to avoid that, so I'm careful, and I do avoid that. And then we win. So yeah, not a terrible level. I love cape stuff. I'm not the best at it, but it's probably one of my favorite power-ups. I would say, yeah, it might be the best. So yep, that one's done, and then we go to the 5th and final level. This one is called 3-Act Atrocity, and he's not kidding. This one is horribly painful. This took me 2 hours, and the worst thing about it, first of all, I boo it instantly, because you go through this door, you're dead. You couldn't react, because if you don't run instantly, you're gonna get killed eventually, even if it's not by the first fireball. It took me a little while to perfect this. You don't want to jump at all, just run and do a small jump to get onto that middle platform. And then there's this question block, you get a mushroom, but I never found a way to keep that mushroom. I've never in 100 years. I tried 100 different ways, because I actually thought there's another mushroom up ahead, and my hope was actually that it was a progressive power-up, and I could have really used 2 hits, but I never could get it. I did that one on the right side here, I could never get it. Yeah, this looks just awful, right? Honestly, once you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. So you want to go to this middle platform, and you want to go up right away. And after the first hidden block, all the rest of them have potaboos in it, fireballs. So you have to time it and jump around them. So far, not actually that bad, really. The second atrocity is a very weird room with bullets and some thwomps, and they are sniper thwomps. They come out of nowhere. But if you go up on these thwomps, a bomb is activated, and there's a P-switch, and there's a P-switch door. If you saw the previous room, you know we're going back there to hit an on-off switch, which I like that. I do like that design. Honestly, like, I don't know. I don't like this level. One of my biggest pet peeves with it is that there should be checkpoints. If there were checkpoints, or at least one checkpoint, this might not be so painful. But there's no checkpoints, and there's a lot. And the final part took me so long to figure out, and I had to go through this. And this part is not easy right here. It's very hard to get that P switch, by the way. That's one of the hardest parts. You get all these bullets discombobulated too. If they're firing at different rates, it gets really difficult to get up there. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to spin jump off the P switch and then stay on top of him. You can do that, but I just messed that up. I wasn't fast enough. Spin jumping off a P switch is just like jumping off a P switch. There's like you get a couple of frames to do it, but it is a quick move, and it's easy to mess this up. So yeah, you get them both right here. If you lead them both down, and then you have to get down here. It's easier to get this P-switch if you're small, but I want to go into the next room large too. Of course, right at this point, I don't even know that. I'm not even sure what's coming up really. So this is the first time I get into the third atrocity. I timed this very poorly, but it's not that hard once we get it. So we're just gonna start back here. I am gonna actually show the full run at the end, because I like to show like what a pain this level can be. The second part of this third part is surviving on a skull platform with a angry wiggler, and I bounced right off him the first time. I died many times here. It's hard to predict where those wigglers are gonna go. And then the last part is really confusing. So I hit that snake block, and he falls right on the skull platform, and I never was able to survive. So we're gonna go to the final run right now. I was never able to survive on that. I could never figure out. Plus, there are skewers up there. I think on this final life too, I don't do very well at the thwomp part. Sometimes I could get through that thwomp part really efficiently, and other times I struggled. Mostly because grabbing that P-switch is so difficult, especially when you're large. I think I actually lose my power up too, and I still win. But I was able to get into the third section with a power up a couple of times, and it helped. But that final part was so hard. What that final part all comes down to, and I am actually going to screw around a lot in this part. Like I said, I don't do this very efficiently at all. And I thought about speeding it up, and I just wanted a clear run to show this. I was actually going to add a 6th level, but I'm like, I like seeing this whole thing. It's worth seeing. to see what a pain in the ass it is. Anyway, yeah, that third part, like, what it came down to is timing, and we'll see when we get there. Yeah, a lot of times when I messed up in this room, I would actually reset it so the bullets were in sync. And you bring both of those thwomps down at the same time if you jump right in the middle. And I know the timing with the bullets, so I can bounce right on top of these spinies, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's tough to get this P-switch. So I'm gonna go back and reset it again. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw the P-switch. And we're gonna time this right, we're gonna jump, and the thwomp lands right on top of the P-switch. Yeah, I actually do mess. Oh, I totally messed it up too. And here, actually, what happened is I messed up, and I had already hit the P-switch, and I forgot that I needed to have that P-switch active. So I have to. Oh, I gotta reset the room because the P-switch does reappear, obviously, when you re-enter a room. Yeah, I really don't do this very well. There were times where I could do this thwomp part and I could get through it very easily, but it's not an easy room at all. It's just very difficult. I'll also hear the twisters. Hate twisters. That's why it's so hard to grab these stupid twisters. But here we're gonna do it correctly, I think. I don't think I'm gonna mess this up that many more times. But yeah, we want to get up on top. I don't have a power-up. I lost the power-up. But here, I've actually been experimenting a lot with this part. And like I said, this took me 2 hours because I had to keep getting back here. Yeah, I experimented with this final guy, and it's all about timing. So what I want to do is I can hit that snake block on the left side pretty easily. But if I hit it on the right side, he falls off. And he doesn't fall on the skull platform. If you hit it from the left side, he falls. And here I accidentally paused the game. My pause button is way too close to the run button, and I slipped and I hit the pause button. So I was jumping towards the end, and I was so afraid to unpause it because I thought I was gonna fall down the pit because I wasn't even sure where I was. But I did eventually beat it, finally. So hey, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next week.